Croke Park.
There it is, kids.
That's Croke Park.
See that?
Mom, Frank, Nancy, they've all been there. Oh, here's a... Look up there.
We're going this way.
Now that's the Croke Park up there.
That's a new stadium. That's a new wing.
That's a new wing of the new stadium at Croke Park. That's some Dublin people. Hi, Dublin people. Wave.
Really small car there.
Okay, and there's down the road.
Yeah, there's a door here.
There's up the road. And there's a Mullahoran door. You can see the Mullahoran name at the top, and it's 132 Clonliffe Road.
Come on.
And we're going up the road to get drunk.
Not this one. Follow these girls behind us. She's got Montreal sweatshirt on. Maybe you know her. Yeah.
Taking a piece of ears?
Yeah.
Alright, Let's go to the pub.
It's right here.
Okay. Paul and Kev. How was your bite, Aaron?
great.
Great, thanks.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
They're about 7 foot.
How was 7 foot hot lift? Sorry.
Leave me alone. We're twins. Oh, we're going in.
Queen's Lounge Bar. Hello.
Forget it. That looks like
Have we been here before?
I don't know.
I haven't done the last one. Ah, that's why.
There we go. Oh, there's no wanted men in here.
Leader on the inside here. Still this urgency by a length or so. This year starts to loom up now.
Look at it. It's very cool how, like, there's the books and the dusty battle.
On the inside until Susky in the center of the line. That's a little bit followed by last second on the outside. Another 5 jobs to go now. Alicio ranges up on the outside of the pacemaker, applying the pressure now. Alicio, he is pricked. He charges into the lead. It's Alicio, the leader, from urgency along on the inside. Susky now
This is great. Wow.
What, do you think it was like a little...
Wow, I thought it was a little shithole. This is great.
It's huge. These are the best, these tables.
Huge headline, you know, talking at 20p high speed. And then actually, what you're saying is that Vulcan just wants to have a choice. When he was established this thing, isn't it? You know, when being 25. Apparently they, the expedition has one of the challenges project could open the floodgates.
Little school. Yeah.
Not usually.
Yeah, we're like,
Anyways, what happened today?
So we were, you know, I called Dave and I said, I'll pick you up, man. You know, we're going on town, hey, drink and have a good time. We'll meet my sister down at, in Wrigleyville, you know, Wrigley Field. So, okay, so we go. pick him up. You know, we get to the bars. We go to that was Otis Rush, man. We saw the blues bar and
Otis.
shit, yeah.
Wait, Otis sees us.
Fucking awesome, man. Right?
Cool.
The whole Otis Rush.
Otis Rush, the blues guy.
Big blues guy.
No, I'm not talking the same Otis Day. And,
No.
But I just remember that name. Wait till Otis sees us.
Yeah.
He loved us.
I was just wondering if it was the same guy.
No.
Great to be back at the Lake Club.
But anyway, we were you know pounding them or whatever. And
You
like,
and Dave and who?
Me, Dave,
Krista,
Krista, her cousin, her friends,
Aaron's
Aaron, you know, all our friends.
Okay,
So
Aaron, was there?
Yeah, cool. So then we decided to go to another bar.
Okay.
Dave's getting hammered. I didn't know any of this shit.
Yeah, listen, you and Dave, you know it.
Aaron tells me.
Dave's like hanging out with me, okay? Like we were with like a bunch of my friends, like some guys we were
Chicks.
friends with. And then like so we met up with those guys. And we go to get in a cab to go to the next place. And he's like starting shit with these guys that are our friends. He's like, don't
Really nice guys too. They're not dickheads. They're really
fucking
nice.
talk to Aaron, you know. He's like, I don't want to see you guys talking to her. And they're like,
Dave's Mr. Muscles when he's drunk.
He's a big guy to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
so then like Kevin thought, because he kept getting in our cab, he thought that he'd come with me. And we were at this one bar.
So we're at the final bar. It's almost closing time. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I tell Dave, I go, Dave, we're going to.
Did you tell him to mellow out or?
No. This is what happened. We're at this bar called The Store, okay? Then we were going to go to Bamboo Bernie's. Aaron said her and her friends were going to go to Bamboo Bernie's.
Right.
We'll meet you there, okay? Dave's like, Kev, I got to take a piss. I'm like, fine, that's great, go, we'll meet you. And I went to go paid the tab, I swear. And then I was talking to Krista and you know, some people there. 15 minutes went by. 15 minutes.
Just bought some beer bottles on the washing floor?
No, just check this out. 15 minutes go by. And then me and Krista walk out. We see Aaron get into the cab and leave. All night, Dave was with Aaron and her friends.
Like he
All night. Every cab we took. Yeah, he was trying to fucking hit on Aaron.
Oh,
Whatever.
my
You know,
God.
okay.
No,
He's a good-looking
Check
guy.
this out. Anyway, so I go, well, shit, Dave's got to be in the cab with them. So me, Krista, and her cousin go.
They get in
And
another
we
cab.
get in another cab and go to, Bamboo Bernie's. We get there, Aaron's not
I
there.
went home.
I'm like,
because I
what
was
the fuck?
done.
No one's here, and I don't know where Dave's at. And okay, so we go back to the car, back to Wrigley Field where we parked, and Dave doesn't show up. And I'm like, well, shit, man. I don't know where the hell is it. We were waiting for like a half hour.
And I stayed at my friend's house, so I didn't know, like,
Yeah.
till the next
That's not the
day.
original story I heard. But go ahead.
Well, anyway, so then the next morning, I call up, Pete's place, because Dave lives with Pete, and I go, Dave, what the fuck happened? And it's like 11 o'clock, right? He goes, dude, you left me at the bar.
He stayed overnight downtown.
He went for a piss for 15 minutes. He couldn't, I don't know what the hell happened. I said, you were with my sister the whole night. It took you 15 minutes to take a piss and then meet up with Aaron? Obviously, it's my fault because he's my responsibility. I should have took him home.
You're not babysitting this guy. You're going out with this guy for a drink.
Right.
Yeah, but
So then, like, he went to Cooney's to see if Cooney was home, and he wasn't home. So he fell asleep in
called-
the
in the
stairwell.
Oh, no.
He had called Todd.
Yeah, I know Todd. The Greek guy? No.
No, it's his other roommate.
Oh,
Todd
okay.
I work with. Todd's a little bit older than us, pretty responsible guy,
Yeah.
And and then, why did me and Todd not go out with you guys? Did we play hockey that night?
I think you were
Yeah, you were
out of town, or Northern or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I went up for tugs that night.
And then Todd was somewhere else. Like, he
No,
wasn't
Todd played hockey that night.
Todd played that.
So Todd came back, and David called Todd, and, Dave's like, those guys left me, and Todd, he's like, we're going over to Cooney's, and Todd, Todd didn't want to drive downtown after being in bed to go pick up this guy. And so Todd's like, well, Dave basically said, well, I'm going to go to Cooney's, and I'll call, Todd had offered to give him a ride if he couldn't, get anywhere. But Dave never called. Dave, just, fell asleep.
Passed out in the hallway.
Well, he didn't pass out. He fell asleep, I guess, is what he said.
You know what? I remember
Not the way he was
Here's a better one.
drinking.
Here's a better one.
Who
You
just
guys
falls
don't even hear
asleep
about
in
it.
the hallway?
Me and Todd went and played hockey, because on Friday nights I don't go out and play hockey. It's fun. I mean, it's $10. Good exercise. It's fun. Instead of blowing $100 at the bar. But anyway,
What's wrong with that? What's he trying to say?
spend $100 at the bar. Yeah.
How are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Man, hang on a second.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh,
What are you drinking? The old Guinness, huh?
What are you drinking?
I know.
Is that a bar? Or?
No, it's on track betting.
And the little pickling. There she's gone.
Colette!
How do you do it?
Hey, all right on, mate.
Also like this.
Someone trying to pass you.
Alright, I go like this. I go like this in the tape. How you do it? That's how you do it. What how you do it? That's speed.
Add another and bring it back to
Yeah,
yourself.
right back to yourself.
That's how it is.
Or that.
Oh, you got many options. You take me this butt.
Sure, all that shit. Oh my god, I just hit myself too.
Composure, Dave.
There he is, Dad.
You need some composure.
Get over here. Here goes one.
The sale has been agreed.
It does.
You just change it over. Are we on?
There.
No. Don't mind me. You won't even know me.
It's going to get stuck on the TV. It's going to be all over.
Alright.
I'm going to get the composure. Stay away. Act like it's going to get on the run or everything.
Now do it ends.
I'm sure he's hitting the brakes because he knows I'm doing this.
Never seen like I would see it.
Years of Dublin. The first permanent settlement was in 988 by the Vikings, so that's the significance of the town from there. This is O'Connell Street, the main street of Dublin. Just so we're stopped for a while, your tickets are worth holding on to because they will get you a discount. Any other guide guided tours you might be taking anywhere, they find them in England, Spain and Germany as well as in Ireland. And they'll also get you a reduced admission fee to a number of places you can find listed on your brochure. In your brochure, by the way, if you like to open kernel site, you'll be able to follow our journey on that little map there. Across the road on your right hand side there now is the General Post Office.
That's there since 1818.
Wow.
1916 we had a nationalist uprising here, and the post office was the centre of the uprising, so it suffered a bit of damage, but it has been restored in the 1920s. It's sometimes referred to as the birthplace of the nation, because the uprising that took place there in 1916 eventually led to national independence in 1921. The main lines of the centre of Dublin were laid out in the 18th century, which was one of our best centuries. 100 years of peace, little unusual in our history. So there was a lot of developments, and these streets were all laid out widening for the mall along the centre there, as you can see. It's nice for travelling along. So those of you who are into the theatre, the Abbey Theatre, down this next street here on your left-hand side, about 100 yards down the right-hand side. The Abbey Theatre, which is a worldwide reputation, and of course was mostly associated with the nationalist uprising at the beginning of the century. So this, as I say, is O'Connell Street, and we'll be crossing O'Connell Bridge. O'Connell was an Irish patriot at the turn of the last century. Daniel O'Connell, he's known look, he's the great liberator. That's his statue looming up ahead against the skyline there. O'Connell was born in a place called County. He was a politician, a parliamentarian, and a pacifist. Kind of a civil rights leader at his time, I suppose, and didn't believe in the armed struggle. Elaborate built by a man called Foley, who was also responsible for the famous King Albert Memorial in London, in Larry and St. That. So we'll be crossing the river Liffey in a moment. The Liffey flows from the west, which is on your right, right there, and Dublin Bay down here on your left. There's a tidal river along here. Unfortunately, the tidal river is all buildings here, and nobody likes it anyhow. It's not very attractive looking. Beyond that, we have the structure used as new international financial standards right around. Direct links to Tokyo and Frankfurt from part places like that. This is the year's down here. Now the year after called Jeremiah the year, he was descendant of Cuban home refugees, Japan to be the Northeast. And he became High Sheriff of Dublin in 1788. He was instrumental in laying out these streets called after. Now, as we turn up here, we'll be turning to the right, and on your left in the centre there you'll see a flower bed, and in the flower bed there's a granite plinth, and that marks the spot where the Vikings first landed here in the year 837. So there, that plinth, yeah. The Vikings were sea rovers, you know, from Scandinavia, they roved around for quite a few years. 837 they first landed. They didn't settle here in 988, so we're 50 years after. Yeah, the building across the front view is the Bank of Ireland. It was built as the Irish Parliament House in the year 1730, subsequently became the Bank of Ireland, showing our present Parliament House at a later stage along the route. It's still open to the public there during banking hours. In the time when it was the Irish Parliament, we had a House of Lords, as they have in England. We don't have that any longer here. We're a republic now. We've cancelled all our lords. And the House of Lords still extant inside there, and you go in and have a look around there if you're staying. This is Trinity College here on your left. That's the University of Dublin, founded back in 1592 under the charter from Queen Elizabeth I of England. Her objective, she said, was to civilise and educate the Irish. I don't know whether she succeeded or not. They're still trying, I suppose. Anyhow, as I said, you can leave the bus at any stage, and that is a place if you want to visit Trinity College. There's so public, nice collection of 18th century and 19th century buildings in there. The famous Book of Kells, you may have heard of it. It's an illuminated monastic manuscript of the Gospels dating back to the 9th century. Kells is a place north of Dublin. At that time. So you have right beside you there the Provost House, that's the head academic, that's there since 1769 and it's been continually occupied ever since. The longest occupied major dwelling house in Dublin. Very fine building there, you will see. Those of you who want to do a bit of shopping, that's Grafton Street ahead of you up there. We will have a pedestrian road shopping center. Very good shopping up there. The university there is about 12,000 street. Very exciting university. We're still building, as I'll show you, we go down further. There are buildings there from the 18th, maybe 16th, 17th century, so still there. 18th, 19th, and a lot of modern stuff as well. Now, this is Nassau Street along here, and again, if you want to do some shopping for genuine Irish goods, there's a selection of shops down here on the right-hand side. There's something called Tweed Shop. The Blarney Woolen Mill shop, and then the Kilkenny Design Centre has a great selection of Irish arts and crafts and products of all types, and they're all of good quality. It's just ahead of us now. So all along on your left there, it's all the ground for Trinity Complex. There's a nice college park, and there they have Atlantic and 4th Street. Everybody in America has some Irish blood by now, so. Now, those of you who are in James Joyce, this building, undistinguished building in the corner here, used to be a hotel, and that's where he met his wife. She used to work there. Back on the 16th of June 1904, that building there. So that day is now celebrated by the local Joyce enthusiasts every year, the 16th of June, as Bloom's Day, because Leopold Bloom is now the leading character in Joyce's real estates, and they all dress up in fancy turn-of-the-century costumes, and get themselves horse-drawn carriages and perambulate around the city on the steps of Leopold Bloom. That building there now is part of Trinity. That's the new pharmacology and genetics department they're building there. Now, as we turn the corner here, you might take a look at the hotel across the road. What's unusual about it is that the facade is part of an old church which was burned down, but the facade stayed and they have incorporated it into a new hotel which only opened on last year. Oscar Wilde's family grew up in that house on the corner there, and all of you United States must be delighted to hear it's part of an American university. It's called the American College of Dublin, and it has a representative collection of all the great European schools. I'm not so sure about the American schools, but certainly all the European schools are represented there. The Irish collection is the best in the world, of course, as you would expect. The gallery profits from the will of George Bernard Shaw. Have you heard of George Bernard Shaw? Irishman, born here the last century. Anybody hear of George Bernard Shaw? Yes, good. He was born here in Dublin in 1856. Became very famous for a great playwright mainly, but he was everything really. Shaw was philosopher, I suppose, political philosopher, many other things. But anyhow, one of the things was a play called Pygmalion, which was this townhouse. Those Jews didn't stint themselves. He had a few other houses around the country as well, but that was this townhouse bought by the Irish government in 1922 from the beginning and housed the Irish Parliament. These are George House. The second door over here, very, very unusual. See the decoration of the door. Here's the second door. In 1991, we were the European still do to escape our families. Gentlemen shouldn't do it, but they do. And they were, of course, for the I don't know what his connection with here is. They heard the count of some of these historical things. So they're developing away here, as you can see, and they have preserved part of the old living wall over there. So they have scaffolding at the moment, and that's going to be kept there beside the new buildings, just as a
As you'll notice, everyone will not leave their car. This is a bad area. Well, there's the church. Shane. Hey, Shane. There's Shane. Didn't even know.
How are you?
Oh, he's on film.
Hello. What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh. Shane, why does everyone stand by their cars?
So nervous. No beer in them yet.
Don't think because you're right for the top of your car wouldn't be robbed.
Inside those trees lurk burglars.
Don't leave the car alone.
Yo, come on across from me. You met Mary before, Francine, is it?
Mary, no.
Listen, Mary. Sure, she said you Yeah? She's like trying to collaborate.
What's Kieran's wife's name
Did
again?
really nice, Catherine.
Catherine? Mm-hmm.
In Cavan.
So automatically focusing on Catherine. Are you sure it's Catherine?
Yeah.
Catherine. Just want to get a look at you. Do a spin.
Do a pirouette. Pirouette.
There he is, the priest. Young, stylish, fast driver. Just one of Danny's little girls.
Come here.
She's hiding.
Get over here.
Okay, I put it away. I put it away. It's in the bag.
Oh, geez. This is one of Danny's boys.
Oh, let me see your hair now. I didn't see your hair before. Oh, looks nice. All the curls.
What are you taking out here? I'm not going out here.
Just the guy in the Mercedes.
Are you driving a Mercedes?
Yeah.
Right there in the white.
Who is?
There's a big decrease in your fire.
I can see it.
It's bigger and it's still bigger. It's not
Don't move. If you move, it's just stuck to my left hair now. Probably.
You know you're going to get a straight back.
I mean, it's usually Danny down there.
Sure.
No, oh, take my right in the face in the white.
Swallow up. Right in the throat.
There's Danny for once. We finally see him.
Where is he?
Straight ahead.
Where's Mommy?
And Mammy. We've seen your mom a bunch of times. Danny, we haven't.
Dressed rather nice. The hair's not too bad, either. Where?
Straight ahead in the white. Right at the very end of the parking lot there. Straight ahead.
How long was that thing on there?
What's so funny? Oh, she doesn't want anyone to see her. She doesn't. No.
So I shouldn't have set the phone off?
Yeah. Talk to her.
Stand up.
Throw some at him. Well, I'm starting to get a bit of life into me. Bacon's here I come tonight. Just pound them.
You mad?
One after another after another. Not that bad.
Francine, will you take that goddamn thing out of the
Camera. Kennedy, say hi. Wave.
Say
Hi.
up to Cavan.
Good boy.
Oi, whatever happened to you, Derry, if that's scar?
Hey.
Except from your accident.
Very
Your war wound. Your war
Yeah,
wound.
Vietnam, 68. Don't want to talk about it. I start shaking.
When were you born? Exactly. Funny name.
Like Norman.
Oh, Herbert or Herbert. Herbert. Is he France? Herbert. Herbert, that was his name. The one that, yeah, was Norbert. Yeah. No, he's not. No. He just lives over the road. Where the church is.
I live there.
Adlet.